Ding dong, folks. Beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What we're doing today in Flippy's kitchen is I'm making some food. What kind of food? Well, two kinds. It's dark in here. Two kinds of food. One kind is potatoes au gratin. Whatever that means. Potatoes with butter and cheese and garlic. Pretty much all I put in it. Oh yeah. It's gonna be delicious. And then we'll make me some spinach pie. Spinach pie, basically just spinach, cream cheese, garlic. Ooh, careful that gets spinach. Anyways, oh yeah, spinach pie. It's gonna be delicious. And basically, that's what's gonna be in here. Basically, with a spinach pie, what you want to do, blend everything up, and then you make the crust out of Munster cheese. So that is my low carb food. This here, taters, are more of a high carb food. Is this thing on? Anyway. Well, folks, I've been writing a lot, trying to work through some feelings I've been having about the little baby Satan. You know, I called the preacher. I says, "Preacher man," I said, "I'm having an urge to go steal little baby Satan." And he says, "Don't do it, Phil. It's what they want." I said, "Wait a minute. I mean, that's what they want." Well, that would give them an excuse to be angry. That would give them an excuse to have feelings of unfairness and hypocrisy, or well, not hypocrisy in a feeling, but you know, when you think someone is being hypocritical, you become very angry. You're like, oh well, they, you know, all these Christians, they want everybody to accept their Jesus statue, but they don't want to accept my Satan statue, right? So then what does that do? It just further perpetuates this division. All right, my objective is unity, friends. Would you like to unite to fight the forces of darkness? Well, kind of, except I don't want to fight either. Why can't we unite to bring joy to the world? That's a song that they sing a lot these time of year. Joy to the world. Something mumble, mumble, mumble. Anyway, so instead of focusing on stealing little baby Satan, which if you don't know, Baphomet, Angela calls him Baphomet. That's hilarious. So I was going to steal little baby Satan. They were like, no, that just, you know, give me an excuse to be jerks, whatever. So I'm like, well, what if I went and took little baby Satan and like had like little baby Satan and little baby Jesus and like had them having a war, like epic rap battles of history, and like I could do a little. Anyway, I thought that was a pretty good idea, but then people were like, you know, again, it's insulting, it's demeaning, it's just being a jerk, you know. If these people love Satan, I say good for them. Well, maybe that's what they need to do to get fulfillment in their life, is to love little baby Satan. I happen to think that their love is actually more like hate because, you know, and who could blame them? The religions these days, they do not take care of our souls the way they're supposed to, in my opinion. Maybe you get lucky, you find a church that's a magical place, which I think I have, a magical place where we teach and we learn and we grow. We got to grow in amazing ways. We got to become empowered. That's what I want, a church that empowers me, right? I don't know, does your church empower you? When you go, or whatever you do, maybe you go like Mr. Ryan Steele likes to go riding Jeeps. Like riding Jeeps ain't really about riding Jeeps though. It's about a culture. It's about a community of wonderful people that you trust and love, and you go out and happen to ride in Jeeps together. That's what riding in Jeeps is for Ryan Steele. It is his church. And I say good for him. Good idea. go have church in a Jeep any given day, because you're getting together. The Bible says where two or more gather, that's where God is. And what it is when you're gathering and having wonderful memories of driving around in the mud, to me, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's relationships, it's cooperation, it's joy. Man, what? Come on, give me some of that. Give me some of that love and joy and cooperation. So rather than being hateful about the baby Satan, which and it's plastic, it's really, it didn't take them a lot of effort to get it up there, and you can fill out paperwork. Anybody could put any religious, display at the state capitol, because when you let the Christians do it, who wanted to do it in the first place, well, once you let, and to be fair, you got to let baby Satan in there. Otherwise, you're discriminating against baby Satan. And if them people want to love baby Satan, that's their business. So then, for me, I say, let's talk about this. Let's think about this. Let's think about what baby Satan does for you, baby Baphomet. Don't be hating. Don't be like, oh, that's disgusting, that's terrible, oh, and get all irritated, because there's a reason those people like little baby Satan, okay? There is a reason. It ain't out of a vacuum, folks. I know personally, from what I've seen, that religions, churches, they didn't help me much. Some of the people did that were very wonderful people that loved me within churches. And going and being part of a community of people who were supposed to be there to grow spiritually, that helped me. Church itself, I don't know. I don't know how much going into a building and having somebody tell me I'm bad, that didn't help. But the people there who were there to love me and to teach me about the joy of being together, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. And you don't have to go to a church to do that. You can do that anywhere. But the folks that love little baby Satan, okay, do they really love little baby Satan, or do they just hate the Christians? I don't know. I'd have to ask them. But I guarantee you they've been hurt by Christians. They've been hurt by Christians and Christianity. The Christian church of some sort. Was it Catholic Christians? Was it Lutheran? Methodist? Presbyterian? Scientologists? Mormons? Who knows? Somebody hurt them people and drove them towards Satan. So if I go, like I want to do, and stole the baby Satan statue, which, by the way, very boring endeavor. If you're curious about how difficult it would have been to steal little baby Satan, you basically walk up to little baby Satan and you go, okay, right? And then when the guard says, where are you going? His hoof broke. I gotta go make a repair. I'll be right back. Or whatever. I mean, it ain't their statue. They don't give a crap. They don't know who I am. I can be like, yes, I'm here with the representatives of satanic worship to take this little baby Satan in for repairs. I put a different little baby Satan up there. Whatever. Anyway, point being, it ain't going to help nobody. It's just being a jerk to go steal little baby Satan. What's more important, what I think is a better use of our time, is to use this little baby Satan to open up a dialogue for understanding each other and for uniting and feeling love for one another. If you say, oh, I'm going to pray for those Satan worshipers, well, okay, so now we're better than them and we're insulting them with our contempt, and that's not nice. How's that going to help? That's just justifying their feelings of hatred towards you. No. Don't hate them. They've been hurt. Love them. Love them and say, I know you've been hurt. I've been hurt too. We've been hurt. I'm about to hurt the cat. Anyhow, right? Say, look, love each other, people. And I understand. I feel your pain. I don't like it either. I don't like the way the Christian church, sometimes people within the church do things in Jesus' name. It's supposed to be great. It's supposed to be helpful. But it don't feel great. It feels like hurtful. So, whatever. Anyway, so what else could we do when we're talking about this little baby Satan? Let's say it really bothers you. What are you going to do about it? What does it bothering you? How does that change your life? So that little baby Satan, for those who don't know, is a little plastic thing. It just sits there. Like I said, the display ain't that fancy. Didn't take a lot of work. So if you go and you become upset about it, then what you're doing is you are giving that little baby Baphomet, you're giving it power. You are, all of a sudden, instead of just being some piece of plastic at the Capitol building, it becomes an obsession for you to rail against. And you know, I'm just talking while I'm making my au gratin potatoes. But you see what I'm saying? Like, and suddenly it's like, it's not about little baby Satan. It's about your fear of your children accepting Satan as a good leader. Like, oh, I'm going to go follow Satan because I think he's altruistic and his objective is the betterment of all humans. That's what I think. I think that Satan's going to bring about the new age of Aquarius, and we all get to be friends with each other and love each other. And this and that, right? Well, you know, explain to me how that works, because I don't know how Satan is going to save us. What the hell? This thing. What is it? It's low quality or that's like it makes it too thick, too thin. Where's perfect? Where's in between too thick? Now see, it's too thick. Now they're going to get all crunchy if I don't cook them long enough. I like the real thin ones. Yeah, I chop them well, double chop. Boop, 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 boop. So I'm doing layers, folks. I do a layer of, actually I think I put some cheese in here. I do a layer of taters, a layer of onions, and then some garlic powder. Oh baby, garlic salt, garlic powder. And then, I think I'm going to put some cheese in here, and then I'll be done. The deeper you make it, the longer it takes to cook. So I don't want to make it too thick. Anyway, folks, look. We're talking about little baby Baphomet that's at the Capitol building. We're talking about how does it actually impact your life? Does it trigger joy? Does it trigger fear? What are you going to do about it? You're going to go protest. I know some people are protesting. That's just what those people want. They want attention. You know what? They were probably raised up in a church where they were not given they weren't given the platform from which to speak. They were told stuff a lot. They were told blah, blah, blah. They were told do this, you're wrong. And then they were told that by hypocrites because people are infallible. So when they get together in this church and they act like they're perfect, and then the children are smart enough to be like, you know what, these people are not perfect. The children know that you're not perfect. So when you act perfect, the children are on to your ass, right? So then as the children, then they grow up, and when you grow up being told you're wrong by a group of people, it's called a church, and then when you grow up, you want to balance that out. So to me, the baby Baphomet is a way for these folks to balance out the injustice that they experienced being raised by Christians. Now, I don't know. But so what I'm, I guess, basically saying here, folks, is that don't let baby Baphomet upset you. You know, because then you're giving it power. I almost stole it. I'll admit it. I was there. I was thinking. I went there to steal it. But I called the preacher. I said, I'm going to steal it. He said, don't do it. He said, that's just playing into the game if you steal it. Don't steal baby Satan. I said, but I want to steal it. It's wrong to have a baby Satan in my Capitol building. But then again, is it also wrong to have a baby Jesus? Well, does two wrongs make a right? Who knows the answer to that one? Everybody. Everybody knows. Anyway. So I put a little bit of this fancy cheese, grana padano. Give it a layer of flavor in there, buddy. Oh, it's going to be so good. So, folks, I wrote actually about 3 pages about little baby Satan. But I keep getting interrupted in life and the holidays and all that. But I'm going to put that out. I'm going to put out that little baby Satan, my manifesto about it. But it's basically what you're hearing. And that is, you know, rather than engaging in a manner that is conflicting. That's what we're talking about. Because inside of us, what happens is it's creating an internal conflict, right? So that internal conflict is real. It affects us. That internal conflict brings us down. It brings our energy down. We, you know, like the fear. Like you're like, oh my God, can you believe this? Oh, the Satanists. Oh, my children are going to learn to be Satanists and all this crap, you know. It brings us down. So what do we want to do? We want to bring ourselves up. How do we do that? Well, we can have some fun. We can take little baby Baphomet, like I said, and we can like have a little baby Jesus, and they can, you know, I like what Mike said. He said, here's your choices. Pick one. You want the little goat, human baby, like the island of Dr. Moreau? Or do you want the beautiful human child, baby Jesus? Who, you know, and then you got to get into the story. I don't know, it's a pretty good story. Point being, why is it bad to have that little baby sitting up there? Because for me, I study up and I'm like, Satan bad. I mean, Satan is the father of all lies. Do I like lies? No. So why would I like Satan if I don't like lies? I don't know. But these folks, I'm just saying, they like baby Satan because they were hurt. They were not heard. They were not treated with respect. They were not properly loved, in my opinion. Love empowered. Because to me, that's what love is. Love is empowering, and hate is destructive, and fear is destructive. So what I want to do is I want to take whatever this little baby Satan represents, and I want to be sure to focus my energy on love. No matter if I like baby Satan or not, I like love. And to me, this baby Satan isn't, I like saying baby Satan, by the way, it's an opportunity for me to be loving and to be gracious, to be like, you know, hey, that's if you guys are that upset about Jesus, whoever hurt you real bad, and I'm sorry that you're hurt so bad. And if it's that important to you that you want to put a baby Satan up, I say, good for you. Put up a baby Satan. And if I don't like it, well, then what? Should I have a tantrum? Well, I don't like no baby Satan. Well, they didn't like my baby Jesus. And what did I do then? I didn't seem to care. I was okay with them not liking my little baby Jesus. Anyway, I'm going to keep stewing on this, folks, because it messes with my head quite a bit. You know, I'm seeking the truth. I haven't been getting on here as much because, well, the holidays, but more than that, I've been eating food, and it just takes away a lot of the magical, spiritual aspects of my existence when I'm eating food. I don't know. My energy's down. What's the point? Who knows? I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep at it because of love. Because I love everybody. I love myself. I love this world. I love whoever put me here. I love you. I love you people right out there. For sure. Definitely. So, taters all gratin, ready to go in the stew. Oh yeah, baby. There it is. All right, now, next part. Who's out? Louie. Okay, so this thing here, I got 2 eggs. And then, oh geez, oh boy, I got this cream cheese right here that I had on the heat. Cream cheese. Get out of here, cat. God dang it. Ow, oh, it's hot. Get! Don't you. Get out of here! Oh, I heated that cream cheese up a little more than I expected to. So, if you folks are out there and you're watching this and you're just kind of bored, I mean, what do you think of little baby Satan? Does it upset you? Do you not take it that seriously? Are you enraged by it? I don't even know. At first, like I said, I wanted to steal it. Why did I want to steal it? Well, I don't know. I saw it in the news, and I don't like it. I don't know. I don't want to be associated with Satan. I don't want to be like, oh, Illinois, the home of the people that are okay with Satan. Maybe I got it. And I did look into Satanism quite a bit as I was exploring reality and trying to understand what's the best way to live, what's the best way to do things. Should I go to this church? Should I go to that church? What should I do? How do I be a good person, folks? Does anybody know how to be a good person? I don't. What do you just do? You try to do what you say and try to be, I don't know. How do you be a good person? Do you be nice to animals? Huh? Boop. Do you be nice to your family? What's nice? You know, is it hard to tell people no if you're being a good person? Is it honesty? Should you just be honest? Should you hate the baby Satan? Or should you be like, well, you know, I don't really see the value of baby Satan. Baby Jesus, you know, is supposed to be a good thing for everybody. Teach us how to be nice. Baby Satan is father of all lies, supposed to trick us. Whatever. I don't really care. Don't, but I do. I mean, it really does not impact me directly to have whether or not there's a baby Jesus or not at the Capitol building. Like right here, like look around. But see, that's what I said to my kids. And now, I'd always say to my kids, like, I don't see Jesus here cooking my breakfast. Is he? No. But if I have Jesus in my heart, then my breakfast tastes better. Well, I tell you what, when I got appreciation, it tastes better. And when I got, when I have joy, I can enjoy it. Enjoy, joy, hey, look at that. But if I'm angry, and if I'm resentful, and if I got hate, if I'm pissed off at my wife, whatever, then the food doesn't taste as good. I can't even think about the food. I'm just too busy being pissed off at everybody. So to me, that's where the choice is. Because to me, and I don't know this for sure, but Satan represents revenge and hate. But that's only because that's the opposite of Jesus. Whatever. Jesus is love and forgiveness, period. So love and forgiveness means you love people, you forgive them. It don't mean you go be stupid and get yourself screwed over again and again. That's hating yourself if you do that. All right. Cream cheese, garlic, eggs. I put a little garlic powder. And then, now the trick is, if you put too many onions in this, it gets mushy smushy. Because it hydrates things a little too much. So I'm just going to put a little bit of onions in here. It's like a leftover onion. And then, actually, I think I will just put a little bit of this crunchy. I don't know about that cheese. That ain't going to work. Ow, watch your fingers. Yeah. I just have this cheese I want to use. It'd probably be better on top of it, but whatever. Get in there, you. Get in there. Oh, yeah, you take it. Take it. Take out your aggression on your cheese, folks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're looking for clues, everybody. If you have clues for me about whatever, about what's going on, if you have clues about how I should be a good person, if you have clues about who's really the President of the United States, anything would help. People say Joe Biden is. I don't like it, but I didn't really like the alternatives, you know, whatever. What's that got to do with little baby Satan? That's the story right now, is stealing little baby Satan. And how I learned it was harder, took more willpower for me to not steal little baby Satan than it would be to steal it. Anyway, all right, the next thing I'm going to do, I got some spinach over here. I'm going to take my spinach, strain it out so that it ain't so juicy. too juicy right now. Oh, geez, it's juicing all over my counter. Damn it. Juicy on my counter. All right, let's see. This is here. What is this? Yep. So then, basically, I mean, that's it for the spinach pie. As far as spinach and garlic and yada yada. So, oh boy. Hang on. Well, you know, I'm talking to myself. Man, I sure would be glad to hear other real people, you know, talking about real shit instead of just, like, you ever notice things like they engage, my mind's being engaged, but then it seems like it gets taken over. And my mind gets taken over by my imagination. People tell me things, I imagine what they're telling me, and then I lose myself. Like I become somebody else. I'm thinking their thoughts. I don't want to think their thoughts. I want to have my own thoughts. But then they tell me something again. I'm like, wow, that's great. What they told me, I love it. It's amazing. And then it's like, wait a minute. I'm being tricked again. You know, a lot of that going on. A lot of trickery. I think it's little baby Satan. Anyway, folks, but I managed to keep my hands off of little baby Satan. I was going to steal it. But then I realized that that was not the type of engagement that I wanted to have with little baby Satan. No. I'd rather talk about it. I'd rather write about it. I'd rather have a discussion with people about the value of little baby Satan. Does little baby Satan have value to you? And how does it have value to the folks that put it there? Because are they putting it there like, so I think the Christians, and I don't know Christians, I can't speak for them, but I'm pretty sure that they consider Jesus to have this message of joy and love and like forgiveness, whatever, getting into heaven, I don't know. So their objective, putting baby Jesus out, is to spread this joy. And then the Satan people that are, I don't know, are they wanting to spread the joy of Baphomet? Are they want, or is it because they're pissed at the Christians for shoving Jesus down their throat? So then they're going to make sure that they shove an equal measure of baby Satan down their throat. So then we get to the objective. Is the objective of one different than the objective of the other? And which objective do you wish? Do you wish to be, like I said the other day, if you got to be joyful out of spite, okay, well. So if you're going to have a deity that you worship or that inspires you, that's based on spite and like blaming other people for your problems, and like these asshole Christians are hypocrites and they insult me, so I'm going to put up a baby Baphomet so that I feel better about, two wrongs. I don't know. I'm going to write stuff about it. I've been writing, but I end up writing in circles because how do you make sense of this? I guess I need to do an interview with the person that put the baby Baphomet down there. I read one, and they said it was in a spirit of reconciliation, and I'm just like, again, it's because they feel unheard by these Christian folks. They're like, baby Jesus, baby Jesus, baby Jesus, put the baby Jesus out. And so then the Satanists are like, screw you, my family said they loved Jesus while they hated me. And so to balance out those feelings inside of me that I'm associating with baby Jesus, I put a baby Satan up. And then to show you Christians, mind blown. If anybody out there got some answers that make sense, I'd love to hear them. About what the baby Baphomet. I read a little bit. Something balance again. So because the baby Jesus is like too much nice, we need some baby Satan, or is it like baby Jesus was hateful towards baby Satan, and so baby Satan's like, well, I got to be here too, and I'm not that bad of a guy. I'm not a jerk like you say. I'm just a little goat human that's androgynous and unnatural. like dark, light together, male, female together, good, bad together. I don't think it works like that. I think you can either be good or bad. You can have one person that makes good decision, bad decision, good decision, bad decision, but it separates. Like, that's the nature of our existence. Like light and dark, if you put them together, you have neither, none. So you separate them out and you have extreme, extreme, and then you get to be somewhere in the middle. But I think the Baphomet concept is for everything to be the same. I don't know. I'm going to keep thinking about it, folks, because I got nothing better to do except cook and talk to you. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Christmas Eve. Rest and relaxation. You deserve it. You work hard for this time off. Take some time off for yourself. Enjoy your family. Oh, shoot.